Well, good afternoon and welcome to this midweek message from the pastor. I'm Pastor Aaron, and this is Salem Lutheran Church, August 17th. And so um, just wanted to lift up first and foremost, if you are not here today helping to sort clothes, there is still opportunity to do that next Saturday and the Wednesday after, and then it's go time. The clothing sale is coming up really soon, and we have fortunately been given a lot of clothes to sort through. So if you can help out in any way, that's the main announcement I want to get across today is come and help sort clothes for just a little bit or for a whole chunk of a day. Um, so that we can be best prepared for the sale that we're going to put on for our neighborhood here shortly. I think the 25th and the 26th. So it's coming up fast. So outside of that, we have a lot of exciting things in the works, and we have our faith formation starting up again with a meet and greet on September 14th at St. Stephen's. And moving forward this year, Salem will be hosting the third Wednesday of faith formation for an activity night. So if you are interested in volunteering at all with that, that's a great opportunity to help share the gifts that Salem has with the families that are joining us for faith formation, both from St. Stephen's and from Salem. So please consider joining us on the third Wednesday. And we're going to be, oh, I'm getting a phone call here. We're going to be doing um, some intentional Sunday activities for children and youth that following Sunday. So anytime the after the third Wednesday, we're going to have a kind of a Sunday school event that following Sunday, so the fourth Sunday. We haven't come up with the exact name of that event yet, but it's going to be following worship. It's going to be shorter, but it's going to be a touch point for us to interact with full families and to have activities that um, help strengthen and build this community that we have here at Salem. And so looking forward to that as well. We've had a lot of committee meetings, or uh, or at least I've been to a lot. Maybe they happen regularly, so I'm grateful for that. But I've been popping into a lot of committee meetings here recently, and there is a lot of energy going on here at Salem. Looking forward for events around reaching out to the apartments, for events around youth and family and stewardship, and I just want to say that I'm very excited about the conversations that we are having. And as fast as I can share all that information with you, I will, because these aren't closed doors, secret meetings. These are exciting brainstorming sessions that we are just hoping to peg down activities and get them out there so we can get you involved. So. And that kind of leads to the reflection that I want to focus on today. Within our second readings of the lectionary, we have had a lot of readings from Hebrews, and we entered into chapter 12 last week, and we're going to hear more from chapter 12 this week. And chapter 12 of Hebrews does a really nice job of talking about community, the community that we build together in Christ and for the sake of our God. And so we start chapter 12 with, therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin that clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. And so, if any of you have done running, long distance running, you know that there are people who actually train specifically to be kind of timed runners. So they'll hold up a sign and be like, if you want to hit 2 hours on this run, uh, stick with me and I'll get you there. And I see Jesus as kind of metaphorically one of those people who has set the time and set the pace, and we just need to follow that that pacer. And uh, what I take from that is we're doing this as a group. We are running together, helping to pace one another in this race, and it's an endurance race. It's not a sprint. And uh, with all these meetings that we have had, it feels like we're gearing up for a really exciting part of the race. If that makes any sense. Maybe a stretch of road where there's a lot of people gathered on either side. But the training that goes into these kind of runs is worth it in the end. And so I hope that you are as excited as I am about all the stuff that is going on behind the scenes with all these saints that are gathered here together as we seek to persevere the race that is set before us, if that makes any sense. Within chapter 12, we skip over this little part, but with verse 14, it says, "Pursue peace with everyone and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble, and through it many become defiled." Bitterness and peace. Those are things that happen when humans get together, and especially when humans are passionate about the things that we do together. And so um, we are encouraged as we run this race to pursue peace, to find ways that we can kind of bury the hatchet and just share God's grace with one another. And so I imagine as all these events start to roll out, even with the clothing sale, as all these exciting things that take a lot of time and effort begin to roll out, there's going to be stress and there's going to be disagreements on the best way forward. And so we have guidance here on how to best pursue that. And leaning on our covenant is also very helpful for that as well. But what I wanted to end on as we consider, so we have our group of saints that are running this race together. We're seeking to live together peacefully by burying the hatchet, by sharing grace and seeking to avoid bitterness, or that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble. But why? And what I love about Hebrews is there's so many statements that start with therefore. So the author creates these beautiful images and lays out these really big chunks of theology and then ends with kind of this therefore we do this. And so as we consider the race that we are pursuing, the ways in which we are living together as community, and the ways in which God interacts on our behalf. And here at the end of chapter 12, it's as a consuming fire. And you can read more about that, and we'll hear more about that on Sunday. But it ends with this: "Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us give thanks, by which we offer to God an acceptable worship with reverence and awe." And so I think as we pursue all the many different passions and events that are coming up here really soon here at Salem, we do it with this goal in mind, with this finish line ahead of us, that we offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe, and that is out of thanksgiving. And so all of these things that we do is an act of worship. It's a devotion of our time, our efforts, our talents, and we do it together as community in order to create that acceptable worship that is for our awesome God. And so um, whatever you can take from that, I hope that that helps you as you find your pace and join us in this race together. Blessings to you on this week ahead, and I'll see you around.